It's my honor to begin this meeting and introduce my Chancellor, Robert Birgeneau, who will share a few words with you at the podium, followed by some words of welcome myself, Professor and Chancellor Birgeneau.
Bonjour, mes amis. On behalf of UC Berkeley, I'd like to welcome you to this symposium, which promises to be full of productive, informative talks regarding what is a global issue, namely smart growth in urban areas. We're happy to sponsor this meeting in collaboration with our international friends and colleagues at institutes such as the French Consulate. We even have the French ambassador here, which is really spectacular. EDF, EPRI, and PRIME. This morning, we're honored to have representatives from the cities of Paris and San Francisco. In fact, I just got to meet the Deputy Mayor of Paris, which is my pleasure, and informed him, interestingly, next June, the presidents of Stanford, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Michigan, Berkeley, Oxford, and Cambridge are all going to meet together in his city. So we might want to take advantage of that. And we're here to sign a new MOU that includes the UC Berkeley campus and is focused on the Smart City Initiative. This is one of numerous initiatives that bring together researchers from France and from Berkeley. In fact, when I was, as an aside, I had one of these kinds of trips chancellors get to have, and I know the ambassador does, which is in 6 days. I was in Hong Kong, Singapore, Shanghai, and Beijing. And in talking to Chinese leaders, and they were asking about partnerships, I actually gave the UC Berkeley France partnership as a model example of something we might try to emulate between UC Berkeley and China. And I said that there without even knowing about this event coming up. And so, this has really turned out to be just a terrific partnership, which we're very proud of. Almost 20 years ago, the UC Berkeley France Fund was established, and it served to promote scholarly exchange in all disciplines between UC Berkeley and all research centers and public institutions of higher education in France. And today's MOU will further collaborations between these two places. It's, of course, also very fitting that this symposium is taking place at CITRIS, as the CITRIS mission is to bring researchers from different groups from 4 separate campuses to develop information technology solutions for global challenges, including smart infrastructure and adaptive cities. And with that, I'd like to introduce Paul Wright, our wonderful director of CITRIS.
Thank you.
Paul.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Chancellor Birgeneau. I would like to say what enormous changes have come to this campus during Bob's 7 years as the Chancellor. And if you just walk around this campus and you look at the brand new buildings that have occurred in the last decade, especially in the last 7 years, it's really created our research foundation for the 21st century. If you walk off in that direction, there's a brand new building called Stanley Hall, which is for quantitative biology. If you walk down in that direction, you'll see the Li Ka-shing building, a brand new building on Oxford Street, which is for biomedical and health sciences. Soon, again, because of the Chancellor's actions, we just received an institute in the theory of computing called the Simons Institute, and a brand new renovation will occur south of this building. And of course, I'm proud to be the director of the CITRIS building. And as you can probably tell, these are not just office buildings. On the north wing of this building, as you walked in, there is a facility for micro and nano fabrication of sensors, actually the kind of sensors that are going to be key to our energy management. That's a $70 million facility. If you look through the window, it looks like an Intel fabrication lab, but of course it's really just a prototyping environment for our students to build these wonderful buildings, build these wonderful sensors. I will say also that the Chancellor has led a phenomenal renovation and complete change, actually, to our football stadium. That's a multi-million-dollar facility. And of course, with some, life is like this, right? You have all these wonderful things on one side, all these wonderful things at one side of the column, and there's always something in life that keeps you humble. So we have all these beautiful activities, but our football team is not doing so great right now. And I think that's why some of you are laughing. Bon, maintenant je voudrais lire quelque chose. Nous sommes honorés de remplir la fonction d'hôte pour cet événement en partenariat avec nos amis internationaux. Nous nous réjouissons de ce symposium et sommes convaincus qu'il sera très productif. Nous sommes particulièrement honorés que la signature du Memorandum of Understanding entre la ville de Paris et la ville de San Francisco ait lieu sur notre campus à Berkeley. Je souhaite maintenant introduire Jean-Claude Van Duysen, le directeur de la R&D chez EDF aux États-Unis, qui va lui aussi dire quelques mots d'introduction et bienvenue, monsieur.
Good morning, everybody. It's a great pleasure for me to welcome you today for this second edition of CAFIT. And of course, I would like to thank the team which has set up this conference, and you can believe me, it was hard work. When we decided to set up CAFIT maybe 3 years ago with the French consulate at San Francisco, we wanted that CAFIT be a place for debate, you know. And so it is why in the title, smart city, what is the added value? There is a question mark. So the goal for us is not to presuppose that there is an added value. The objective is to determine and to figure out if there is an added value. And to be sure that we could provide an answer to this question, I would like to invite the audience not to hesitate to take the microphone and to discuss with the speakers. And above all, to tell them that sometimes you cannot agree with them. You know, maybe they are going to speak about business and you are thinking about sustainability or the reverse, but please do not hesitate to take the microphone and to tell them, I don't agree with you, you know. We have to start the debate. I have also a recommendation for the speakers. You know, in the title, we speak about added value, but we don't say for who. And, you know, we can be sure that if we want to deploy the smart city concept, there must be added value, of course, for the companies, for the industry, which is going to develop the smart solutions and to implement the smart solutions. But, of course, there must be also added value for the cities. And to be sure that we are on the same page on this topic, to be sure that it has to be a win-win operation, I would like to invite the speakers coming from the industry not only to speak about their business, but also to be very clear about what their company is going to bring to cities. And it is the same for speakers coming from cities. You have also to be clear about what you are expecting for the industry. You know, it is the only way to be sure that we are going to be on the same page on this topic and to be sure that we could set up a win-win operation between cities and industry. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Jean-Claude. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. By way of introduction, my name is Ami Amarnath. I'm a senior program manager at EPRI, the Electric Power Research Institute, located here in Palo Alto. And I'd like to take this opportunity once again to welcome you all. And personally, I'd like to thank EDF and the entire partnership here in inviting EPRI to be a part of this very important event. Like Jean-Claude mentioned a few minutes ago, this session, at least this morning's session, is quite a bit of an open session. You can see the chairs lined up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the speakers come and talk about their respective activities, and then we'll ask them to sit here, and we'll have microphones roving around here. so that you can ask questions of this. So it's more of a panel discussion. We'd like to have a discussion session this morning.